crap. Let's see if I can get this open. Alright guys, Biggie, welcome Biggie's Auto Live. It's actually not fucking raining, which is unbelievable. I've rained for what? Almost 5 days straight here. It's fucking nuts. Anyway, so I wanted to get in touch with you guys. I didn't have a live yesterday, so excuse me, everything going on, I didn't get a chance to. Basically nothing's happening with the Camaro. It's been, well, with the weather, honestly can't get anything done on the Camaro. It's still sitting outside down at my parents' place. It's still, what it is. I can't get time to work on it. Got other stuff going on. So that's where the Camaro lies. We're just trying to see. We can't even get the trailer cleared out because it rains all the freaking time here. It's freaking ridiculous. So hopefully something happens soon with the weather to be more cooperative, so maybe we can make some headway to try and get to the track with the Camaro. In the meantime, we still got this fucking turd. Still hard starts. I thought with cleaning out the nozzles on the accelerator pump for the primary side would have cured it. What's weird is when I step on the gas, it will squirt. I don't know why it doesn't start. Once it starts fine. It's that cold start that's a real pain in the ass. So I don't know why that is. So I gotta figure out that. The other issue we're having is here with the blower motor. This was on fire a couple times, so it took that apart. The only thing I was able to find that was a problem was it looked like the fiberglass box that it sits in. If you look like down here, I think it's down here somewhere, trying to catch my finger. There was, I don't know if I pried on something or what happened, but it did a little crack where it pushed in a little bit. Great Middle East Railroad, thanks for checking in. See if anybody else. Anyway, so apparently what I must have done was dummy me put a small crack into the fiberglass. And what type of car are you looking at? You're looking at a 1985 Corvette C4 for a thing. J Jetta's Prods 18. Hey, thanks for checking in. Let me guess, do you guys do Jettas? And are you in the tuner culture? I'm trying to learn more. Sour Pack AC, how you doing? I'm sorry. Emiliano Ordonez Rivera. I probably butchered that name. I'm sorry, but thanks for checking in. I'm not real good with. I'm good with Bob, Mike, Joe. Those like exotic names I stumble across because I'm just a nitwit. But anyway, I'm going to explain what I have going on here. So like I said, here's your box here. So this was on fire. So I took this out, found out there was like a crack in there. So when I found that, I noticed there was a piece of fiberglass that was hanging in to the actual cavity. And what I'm guessing what happened is Boxer Mandible. Hopefully I said that back. Thanks for checking in. I don't know anything about airplanes. Nothing. How does a crack occur? Because I'm an idiot. I'm just going to answer with that. Obviously, I did something. I probably pried on something. Probably when I tried to put headers on. And I think that's what happened. I mean, granted, this car is like 40, I think almost 40 years old. It's an 85. So everything's kind of dry and brittle. So I just pried on it a little bit, and that must have been enough to cause the crack. So if you ever like tried to break or bend fiberglass, you see how it like splinters, I guess, for lack of a little bit in the inside. Well, that's what happened here. So it's splintered, and the tolerances are real close. So you have the resistor. Yes, it does. The C4s, I believe, Great Mid East Railroad, it does. The C4 was the last generation of Corvette with the flip-up headlights. No, I'm sorry, I lie. I take that back. The C5 was. The C5 Corvette was the last generation of Corvette to have the flip-up headlights. All because the government decided, for whatever fucking reason, that they were unsafe, especially if they get stuck. Even though you have a manual override, you could turn the headlights up at night if the motor gave out or if you lost vacuum, because the original ones, as far as there were some electric, but a lot of them were vacuum. So the C5 was the last year for the flip-up headlights. The C6 had the sealed beam, if you know how the C6 was. The C6 was also the last generation to have the 4-round taillights. Little quick history there. But yes, the C4 does have the flip-up headlights. It was actually, oddly enough, in high school, actually it was junior high, I saw a picture of I think it was a 90, might have been a 91 Corvette in a magazine, but it was like that teal color that was big back then. That was kind of like, back then, that was my dream. I didn't care, as long as it was a Corvette, I wanted a Corvette. Never thought I'd ever have one. And so I bought this piece of junk. But we're getting it there. We're slowly fixing it up. Anyway, back to the resistor issue. So I'm thinking with that piece of splinter that was hanging inside there was pushing the resistor. Yes, you know that's true. Correct. The C5. It's awesome. I actually have C5 wheels on this C4. They're C5 Z06 wheels. I will, if you don't mind, I'll flip around. I don't know if all C5s had it, but the Z06 wheels, you have 17-inch by 9.5 in the front, and then the back was 18, I believe 10.5, if my memory serves me correct. I would like to put 315s in the rear. I don't know if I can fit 315s in the front. That might be something I look in. But with that being said, that's going to happen after I get figured out what the hell is going on with my blower motor. So, So, I'm trying to figure out, and I don't know if you guys, if anybody up there is more knows the electrical part of automotive stuff more than I do. So my question is, there's only one connector that goes into the blower motor there. Okay. So my question is, I think the light blue, I think it's the dark blue wire and the orange, I have to look in the wiring schematic, are your middle speeds of the fan, like low and medium speed. And I think high speed is a separate wire that comes off the alternator. I think. I have to check this schematic. My question is, if anybody knows, if I take 2 wires and put them into here, like if I put the low and medium speed wires on the back of this and I plug it in there, will the power back feed through the other wire that doesn't have power to it? I don't know. I'll have to talk to somebody who has more of an idea of electrical than I do. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I want to figure that out next, because I like to have at least, some airflow in the cabin of the car when I'm driving it, not just have the windows down. No, I do not have any experience with the CRT or VCR TVs. I do not. I never spent much time on that stuff. The whole thing with resistors, transistors, and other stuff, I couldn't wrap my head around it when I was younger. And now that I'm older, I can't even wrap my head around people's names half the time. So I'm kind of, dealing with that. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. I want to get that figured out. And then, like I said, the next thing will be probably just trying to get some other things. All right, thank you, Anthony. I do have the resistor here. I do have a backup one here. Like I said, for whatever reason, this one was on fire, but I'm thinking that's because it was being pushed against the 3 other coils that were in there and it was shorting it out. Now, I did put new wiring in here like 2 years ago. So I'm trying to figure out if what I need to do, if I have to somehow wire these in to that connector. I would assume, because I have to check if I actually have power coming out. If I have power coming out, that would explain it. There might be a problem somewhere here to where that plug is. I'm gonna, like I said, I gotta look at the schematic and try and see how I can do this so that it works, so I get some airflow. But so yeah, thank you, Anthony. So I can check coming from there. I have to see where the loom goes. I can't feel the deal. Because I have nothing, I have no power at all going to the fan. So I got to figure out what happened there. Maybe I need to get more wire, color-coded wire, so I have the correct color for the wire harness that they have there. I don't want to just patch in any color wire. I want to try and have the correct color wire for that. So I got to look into that. I may need to make some jumpers just to see if I can get it working. I only have one jumper wire with alligator clips. I have to make maybe 1 or 2 more yet to try and see if I can figure this out. But if I can get it figured out and any help, I would be appreciated. But yeah, obviously, I gotta look at what's in and what's out. I know the yellow wire that goes to the resistor is power. It's not a constant hot, it's ignition hot. So I know I have power going to the resistor. My issue is there power coming out? So I have to get my test lights set up and start stabbing at wires and see what's going on. See if I can figure this out. I mean, I know there are mice in here. Maybe they chewed something up and now it's not together anymore and I don't have any continuity. I'm not sure, but I gotta look into that. So anyway, that's what I've been working on, trying to get that figured out. I'm still, like I said, I'm still very much trying to get the Camaro ready for race day, whenever that's going to be. But again, the weather is just ridiculous here. Just a ton of rain. Tired of it. So we'll see what happens with that. In the meantime, I'm just trying to get as much done on the Corvette as possible to make it that it's at least, that I can enjoy driving it and not sweat my ass off in the heat. So, anyway. So I think that's going to be it for today for the live. I'm tired. I'm just been a long day. So, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go in and get some dinner. I don't know if I'm going to poke around at this or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But hopefully the rain stops and we can get some live action stuff up on here instead of just me blabbing all the time. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate it. If you do me a favor, if you could subscribe to Big E's Auto, hit the notification. That helps support me with what I'm doing. Helps get me subscribers, yada, yada, yada. So if you could do that, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. And then you can find out whenever stuff's going on. I got a couple projects coming up I got to do. I got to work on the wife's car. I want to put a new evaporator on my truck so I have AC. So that may be coming up. And of course, there's always some bullshit with either the Corvette or the Camaro with trying to keep them pieces of shit going. So that's it for now. So I will probably skedaddle. All right. So we'll see you guys. Take care of each other. Watch out for each other. And we'll see you next time right here on Big E's. Bye for now.